It's me, it's Brent. I'm Brent, your content creator for the YouTube channel PathandTarot, as well as the blog of the same name. In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing of a tarot deck, the Splendor Solis Tarot, Inner Alchemies of Mithraic Light. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It's a 78 card tarot deck with a companion book by Marie Angelo. This is published by Alchemies. That's the name of the publisher. I'll leave a link for their website in the description below, as well as some other helpful links to website articles that I think would be helpful. We're going to unbox this package, see what's inside of it, play around with the cards for a bit. I'll only show you about maybe 20 or so cards. I'll only show you the major arcana cards. We'll go through and do a quick reading at the end and see what we can see. It'll be interesting. I came across this deck really just searching on Amazon, actually. Just, you know, one day I thought, maybe I'll find a new tarot deck. I don't know. I saw this deck and I saw some of the pictures and I just made a decision to buy it right away. I didn't really think too much about it. I haven't heard about it. I didn't read about it in any articles or see this in social media or anything. I just came across it and I thought, this really kind of fits with some of the other books I've been reading. So here we are. Got it real quick and we're gonna unbox it. Not as quick. We'll sort of take our time. I'm not sure really what to expect. I mean, I really have never heard of this at all. Although I think it kind of fits within some of the topics I've been reading, maybe as well as some of the cards that I've been playing with my elemental deck. So alchemy, personal alchemy, spiritual alchemy, all kind of fits in. So maybe I was meant to get this deck. You never know. So here it is. I sort of get anxious with the shrink wrap because this is packaged up. Once it's opened, we can't go back. I love doing these unboxing videos. They're a lot of fun. It's, you know, opening up a package for the first time and seeing surprises. I'm not sure what's going to be in this. Apparently, you know, there's a guidebook as well as the cards, but there could be some other stuff. So we're going to see what's in this package, because I'm always surprised through unboxings, you know, based on what's in the package or what isn't in the package. That's kind of a cool thing to look at. I've got some materials off to the side here, just in case we need to maybe measure the card a bit or something along those lines, because I can't really tell how big the cards are. I assume that, you know, this the size of it is going to fit the guidebook, but maybe the cards are slightly smaller. I'm not 100% sure. But let's just look at the package. It says right on the box, the cover design is by Harvey Fenton. So this deck is by Marie Angelo, and then the cover design is by Harvey Fenton. So this is a first edition deck. So hold on. Oh, it's really hard to. There you go. Maybe you can see that. Splendor Solis. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Well, Alchemies. Hope I pronounced that right. You know, it's again, still learning about the publisher and all that. Okay, well, let's get into this. But maybe we'll read a little bit on the back. Renaissance masterpiece. Tribute to the legendary adept Salomon Trismozin. Oh, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm just on the spot here. Glorious illuminations. Wow, okay. So this is going to be pretty cool. The Minor Arcana Tarot has diagrams, esoteric tracing boards. Wow, okay. So this is going to be pretty cool. There is a 224-page illustrated book. Wow, so this is going to be quite an impressive package here. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to use a ruler here to maybe pop a hole in the shrink wrap. There we go. Oh, that does the trick. That's easy. Didn't need to use my magic knife. So there we go. Let's take the shrink wrap off. Yeah. Ha. There you go. That's it. No going back. I'll just put this off to the side there. Gonna have some water. All right. Splendor Soils. Cool. All right, so it just slides off. Let's see if we can get this. There you go. Wow. Oh, cool. I like the colors. So, isn't that neat? The book matches the color of the box. I like that. I'm going to tilt it the way I can see it so it's facing me instead of facing that way. But have a look. Very nice. I love the colors. So it's like golden yellow and like a burgundy reddish, deep reddish color, almost velvet-like in a way. I'm not a color expert, so I'm not sure, but there we go. Okay, so let's, oh, here we go. So there's the guidebook. Not very thick, so that's an adequate size. Okay, good. We'll look through that in a second here. So let's just see how the cards are packaged. So we got the guidebook, the box. The cards are in here. So the cards aren't shrink wrapped, so the whole box was shrink wrapped, but these cards aren't shrink wrapped. So that can tell you a little bit maybe about how the cards were manufactured, possibly. Usually when you have cards that are shrink wrapped, they feel different when you take them out for the first time, maybe because they've just been sealed in, maybe prevents dust from getting in. This whole package was shrink wrapped, so we don't, I don't know if this was sitting around before being shrink wrapped. So here's the card. It's got like a plastic seal around it there, so it says QC1 passed, so I think that's like a quality check. There you go. That's my impression on that. So let's look at the back of the cards. This is really cool. Look at that. Very awesome. So Harvey Fenton did the cover design, and but looks like the backing design too. So look at these cards. They're quite thick. Look at the size of the deck. This is a very thick deck. The edges are golden almost. You may not be able to see it, but if you can see the flecking, like a gold flecking almost, you can see it. Maybe you can't on camera. It could be difficult. But it sparkles, basically. It's got like gold flecks or something on it. I don't have a deck that's like that, so this is really cool. This is very different from any of the other decks I have, so I'm excited. Oh, okay, so alright, QC1 passed, take you off. Don't need you anymore. Put you down by the side. Have some more water. Alright, so let's look at these cards. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe let's not look at the cards for now. Let's put those off to the side. It's nice to have good sturdy boxes because you can kind of store your cards like that or something. I don't know. Maybe you just take the box and keep it aside. I tend to just keep the tarot boxes stored away somewhere. I don't usually use them for any particular purpose. Not unless the deck requires you to. There are some interesting decks out there, oracle decks, usually some tarot, that use the box design as technology in some way to enhance the reading, which is kind of cool. Alright, so I'll leave that off to the side and see what's in this book. So this is, wow. Oh, okay, so this is like a full color book. That's very impressive. And that's also an expensive thing to manufacture as well. So that's something that is very nice to have. So it looks like, from what I can see here, I'm not going to go through the whole book because it is lengthy. Yeah, it's like 224 pages, just says it. as it said. So it looks like it has some history in here. First edition 2019. So this is a brand new deck. Let's see here. So this is looking like to be some sort of replica of manuscripts from about the 1500s. Wow, okay, so that's like the 16th century? That's crazy. So there is like a preface here, so it gives you some history. Let's see here, opening the book. So the letter, so there's like some more history, it's almost like maybe a story or, you know, something like that. Breaks down the elements. I don't know if you can see that. So this is really cool. This is, you know, fits right in with you know, the esoteric, occult like you know, interest, you know, spiritual teachings, you know, personal alchemy, planetary concepts, possibly Kabbalistic stuff as well too. I'm not an expert on that, but it seems like there is, because you've got the Tree of Life in here. Maybe it's hard to see, but this seems to be quite robust in its setup and description. And by the looks of it, what they have here is a basically a map of the major arcana cards and how they relate from the Rider-Waite here. There you go. The Rider-Waite-Smith versions compared to what this version is. So this is a nice way to make a comparison. And I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't seen a deck yet go this in depth in their description of the tarot deck that's been made. Very often what you're going to get is just its solo existence, you know, what it is, how to read the cards, but very few decks mention or take account of the other decks that exist beside it. So this deck is conscious of itself in relation to other tarot decks, and that's very cool. It has, not to say that it's actually conscious, but the artist itself, the artist who made this deck, recognizes this deck's position in, you know, the history and art of tarot cards, and that's very cool. That gives this deck a different type of aura. I feel it has. I feel like it's more academic in a way, or it has more depth. I feel. I'm just flipping through the major arcana, and it's very different. So this is this deck presents you with a different set of archetypes for the major arcana, and so that's why we have this part here in the book by the looks of it, because it's a map showing what is related to what. So accomplishment is related to the Fool, Alchemist is the Magician, Fountain Knight is the High Priestess, Royal Pair is the Empress, Mountain is the Emperor, Great Tree is the Hierophant, Golden King, Lovers, Welcoming Angel, Chariot, Rebus is Strength. I'm not sure what Rebus is, I have to look at that word here, that's a new one for me. Oh, excuse me. Golden Head, the Hermit, Philosopher, Wheel of Fortune, Young Dragon, Justice, Turning Birds, the Hanged Man, White Bird, Death, Triple Dragon, Temperance, Peacock, the Devil, White Queen, the Tower, Red King, the Star, Eclipse, the Moon, Child's Play, the Sun, Women's Works, Judgment, Mithralia. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. The World. So there we go. How cool is that? Maybe let's go look at Rebus, their number 8 strength, and just try to maybe understand what that word means, because I'm not sure. Already we've found a lot of cool things, a lot of new interesting things. This is great. I am the Rebus. Interesting. So double-bodied, one of inner alchemy of strength. Wow. So this is almost like an angel, by the looks of it. I'm just trying to read through this as fast as I can on camera. I'm Sort of just improvising here. But from what I can see, this is like an angel of strength. Well, that's cool. We'll leave it at that. You can investigate this more if you like. Golden Head, the Hermit. Wow. This is pretty amazing. Young Dragon. Turning Birds. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to get stuck in this book because I like books a lot. But let's look at these cards and just see what we got. Wow! Okay, so there's like lots of stuff here at the back too. About card spreads maybe. Cool. Well, alright, so that's going to be quite the read. It's going to be fun for that. Okay, so let's look at the cards here. Again, I'm only going to show you the major arcana cards, you know, just to kind of protect, you know, the author of the deck a bit. You have to respect that. So I think all these cards are in order, so let me just flip through them real quick and see. So yeah, it looks like the order of the cards is the major arcana going into the minor arcana. So these cards have been put into order, which is cool. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of take off the major arcana. There we go. So I'll do that, and then I'll have, so these are the minor arcana cards. I won't show them to you here, but that's the rest. So I will put them, actually I'm going to look at them off screen because I haven't seen this for the first time. These cards are very impressive. They're beautiful, very colorful. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, alright. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so right away, before we get into the cards, let's just discuss the feeling of the cards and compare it to maybe some other cards we have that you would be familiar with. So this is a playing card size. This is Bicycle. That's who made this deck. Bicycle playing cards. So Bicycle playing cards is the parquet deck, basically. But here's the size of the card. This is just the front and back design that came with it. So I'll show you the size. This is a Make Playing Card tarot size. This is the element deck that I've made myself, so you can see the size of the card. Playing card is substantially smaller than the tarot size. So here is the Alchemy, or the Splendor Solis card. So you can clearly see it's quite large. It's taller by a little bit, as we can see here. Or maybe you can't. There, let's do that. Oops. So it's a little bit taller and a little bit wider than the custom-made Make Playing Cards card. So that's interesting. I tend to like smaller cards personally. That's my opinion. I like smaller cards, but also at the same time, there's a lot of stuff going on with the picture of this card. So, you know, having the bigger card, that makes sense. There's a lot going on, so you want to see it. So, you know, artists have to make choices based on, you know, what they're trying to present. So having a larger card makes sense for this presentation. But for me personally, using the cards, I just like to handle smaller cards. That's just the way I like to, that's my preference. So there you go. You can see the size here if we do this maybe. Substantially bigger, if you can see. So let's see how tall this is. It's like 12 centimeters here, so 12 and a half centimeters tall, and about just over 8 centimeters wide. I'm not going to be super precise in this. So that's quite big. So there you go. That's the size. So I'll just move these cards off the screen. I'm not sure about the feeling of it compared to the finish of the make playing cards here. It's almost like it's got some gloss to it, like some. At least it doesn't stick to the shelf liner that I have here, so it has some give to it. But when the cards have some sort of stick to it with the other cards, like sorry, I'm trying to. That doesn't sound right. It's not proper English. The cards kind of stick to themselves by the way this feels. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out over time, or if that gloss kind of fades after time. But I feel like the whole card is like just the cardstock itself is sort of like a. I'm not sure how to really describe it. It's just got something on it. Already I can feel the gold flecking coming off on my hands. So I'm not so sure about that. It's nice, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like I can already see it on my maybe you can't see it on your hands. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel bad maybe criticizing the deck a little bit like this because it is quite beautiful. But you know that's a real thing. You know, if you don't want gold flecking to come off, you know, maybe consider that. But either way, it is beautiful. It's just that I feel like this deck maybe isn't going to be as active as maybe other decks. For that reason, maybe this is more of a presentation type of deck. So there we go. That's kind of, I don't know. I'm a little thrown off by that, but either way, the images look absolutely incredible. So here we go. So this is I was shuffling the cards here as we were talking just to kind of feel them out and see how they act. So here we go. I think we can get them back into order here at least. So accomplishment. So I think that would be the Fool. Very cool colors. Alchemist. See if I can get that into a better shot there. Alchemist. Alchemy of Magician. Fountain King. So this is neat. It's got the original names at the bottom, so that any a new user of the deck is kind of familiar. So Fountain Knight, number 2. Has Alchemy of the High Priestess, so when you see that you go number 2, oh okay, it's High Priestess, so you have that connection with what most tarot readers would be familiar with, which would be that style of or that form of the major arcana. Royal Pair, Empress, that's very cool, very interesting design. Mountain, Emperor. That's an interesting relationship, or like maybe a metaphor or some sort of alternate description of what the Emperor would mean. So a mountain, very, very strong. But look at the picture. You've got 2 people carving through the mountain to meet in the middle. What an interesting little picture that is. Huh, cool. I want to spend time with these cards just to look at them, but we're gonna get through it. This is absolutely impressive. Great tree, Hierophant. It's like the tree of life, or the tree giving people resources. Wow. The Golden King. The Lovers. Wow, you get sucked into these cards. Now, despite what I said about, the finish or the design, the colors, when you look at the cards, that's a whole different story. Like, these cards are designed in a way that when you look at them, it does something. So, there is positive and negative absolutely for this. The Chariot, Welcoming Angel. Wow. Okay, so that was 7. Where is number 8 here? I'll try and put this back into order here. 10. Here's 8. Rebus. If I pronounce that right, I'm not sure. Strength. Cool, it's like a two-headed angel. Wow. Where is 9? 9, I see it here. I saw it a second ago. 9. And the cool thing is that the Roman numerals are what we expect them to be, versus the Roman numerals that we saw on the CBD Tarot deck that I have. Here we go, Golden Head Hermit. Pretty cool. It's like a chopped up person. Oh, it's kind of graphic. Wow, it's really, really neat. 9, 10, where's 10? 10, Philosopher, Wheel of Fortune. That's really cool, Philosopher. That's an interesting relationship. Philosopher, Wheel of Fortune. So philosophy, you know, dealing with, you know, the examination of argument, logic, and all that. You know, I think that's a cool relationship to the Wheel of Fortune, where anything's possible with the Wheel of Fortune, but when you tackle philosophy, you almost get a sense that anything's possible as well if you examine it. Wow. What else? Where's 11? This is, we're all spread out here now too. So Young Dragon, Justice. So Justice is position 11 with Young Dragon. And I didn't really note this before, but you can see that there's the Arabic number. I think that's what they call it. I'd have to double check. Well, you can double check for me and leave a comment if I was right or wrong. But you've got the Roman numeral and the Arabic number. The numbers that, you know, we're most familiar with, that we see all the time, right at the top. So it makes it kind of, maybe I can zoom in. There you go, you can see that better. So X, XI, 11, or, you know, 11. So you can be familiar with the numbers. 12. Oh, yeah, it makes it a lot easier. I didn't really look at that. You've got the numbers in the Roman numerals. Okay, so there you go. Hanged Man. Wait, no, that's not the Hangman. Turning Birds. Sorry, I was reading the bottom. Haha. Turning Birds. Turning Birds. Turning Birds. Wow, cool. 13. 13. Where's 13? Maybe it's right here. White Bird. So that's, oh, it's like a bird in like a bottle or something. Alchemy of Death. White Birds. Three-headed bird with battle happening. Cool. 14. Where's 14? Triple dragon. Triple dragon. Okay. It's like a chimera something, or some sort of beast. Temperance. Cool. 14. 15. Peacock. Peacock. Devil. That's interesting. That's a very cool relationship. The peacock and the devil. Devil usually represents like the human ego or of some extent, or the materiality of the world. But the peacock, the peacocking feathers, that's a kind of a cool thing. 15, 16. The Tower. The Tower. White Queen. White Queen in the Tower. Huh. How incredible. Red King. Alchemy of the Star, Red King. 17, where is, wait, that's 17, 18. Eclipse. The Moon. Very cool. Child's Play. Whoops. Child's Play, the Sun. That's really neat. 20. Women's Work. Judgment. Interesting. The scorn of a woman. I don't know if that's related to that. Judgment, maybe. Very cool, though. Very powerful. I like it. Alchemy of the World. Mithralia, 21. There you go. Alright. So let's maybe do a tarot reading here. I'm just gonna cut the camera and prepare the deck a little bit, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Here are the cards. we'll demonstrate just maybe a quick shuffling method, which is the wash or mushing the cards together like this. Here we go. So we're just mixing the cards here as best we can. So that looks okay. We just gather up the cards here, put them together, then we'll do maybe a few overhand shuffles like this. Oops, cards fell on the ground. Maybe that's a sign. Woo. Oh, the devil. All right. Maybe we'll get the devil. Let's see what's happening here. Whoops. Nope, don't want those cards. Okay, so I'm just going to take the cards like this. I'm going to cut them like that. Cut them again. I'll do that just because I like to. Ooh, interesting fact. This deck is not symmetrical. If it's right side up, the design is different than it's upside down. So maybe we want to only read the cards right side up here for this deck. You can do whatever you want, of course. Okay, let's just do one more cut. Ooh, upside down. Let's flip it right side up. Here we go. So let's do 5 cards. Let's do here. I think what we'll do is this. I will just draw off a few cards here like so, just kind of fanning it out. There we go, we do that. And we'll fan it out a little bit more. We'll do this, and we'll do that, and then this, like so. Okay, oh, maybe we gotta move it down a bit so you can see it in camera. That's better, so you can see that now. The cards are quite large, if you can see. It's taking up almost all the space on the camera here. Okay, so I think that'll be good. So let's reveal the cards here. I don't think it matters what order we have to go in. Alchemist. Ooh, right in the center. How about that? How cool is that? Mountain. Great tree. Chariot, Strength, Magician, Emperor, Hierophant. Okay, all right. Well, that's pretty impressive. What story can we make up this? Well, right away, I mean, we can get quite literal and have this describe the situation. We didn't really ask a question. We really kept it open-ended. So I wonder what you were thinking watching the video. I like, if doing these types of readings, I've done them before, I usually in my mind, just in the back of it, and subconsciously thinking, well, let's just give me the best reading possible. And I think that's what's happening here, is that this is describing quite literally what's happening in this exact moment on camera, being captured here. So the alchemy, the magician, the person, me interacting with these cards, trying to make sense of the cards, working with the elements. That makes sense. So I'm the magician right now, so the Hierophant is here, and we've got the Chariot here. This deck is almost like my chariot that I'm riding into the universe, the astral energies of the universe. The Hierophant here, my guide, almost like a spirit guide going forward this way. But I'm also looking that way too, so in a way, it's all bi-directional or back and forth. But my spirit guide, maybe the great tree, is something that the something that's providing me guidance or sustenance. Hierophant, the mountain, going upwards, transitioning from the magician to an emperor to be somebody of power, possibly. That's kind of interesting. And then we've got strength. So strength is allowing me to transition upwards into the emperor. This is almost a little freaky, or maybe foretelling of something happening. I don't know. What's interesting is you've got 4 and 8, even numbers that are on opposite ends of the magician. I don't know if that quite means anything. But we've also got 7 and 5, which are odd numbers here. So odd numbers, even numbers. There's almost this embedded symmetry that's came about within these cards. How very cool is that? I've been reading books on, magic and spiritual alchemy, personal growth, and things like that. And I feel like maybe the cards have sort of sensed that in me. You never know. That's how tarot works. It's quite uncanny, isn't it? Well, I think that'll do it for the reading. I don't want to spend too much time with it here. I wonder what you got as a result of watching this video. What were you thinking? Did this reading make sense for you possibly, or what interpretation could you get from it? Yeah, very, very cool. Well, we're going to end the video here. There'll be links below to look at the publisher's website for the deck. You can get the deck on Amazon if you want here. There'll be links to my website as well if you want to learn more about tarot cards and read other interesting articles as well. You'll have access to that. Like and subscribe as well too. You get access to video updates as well as if you sign up for my email list on the website, you'll get notified when there's really cool new things happening for the weblog as well too. Maybe we should take the camera and go into the cards before we end off. Let's do that here. I'll turn off the camera and take you into the cards. So here we are into the cards. Get up a real closer look. We didn't really get too close for all the cards, but let's try and get you in here so that you get a better look of the cards. There you go, the Emperor, the Mountain. Very cool. Strength, Emperor, Chariot, Hierophant. There you go. Pull out here and it's like a pretty nice little cross that we've got. Oops. There you go. Sorry for the shaky camera, but you just have to deal with it. Alright, well, that is all we got here for today. I'll see you out there.